tools. Next up, we will explore one of the popular ETL tools, the SQL Server Integration Service, SSIS. It is a Microsoft product. It is one of the popular ETL tool and that's available in the market. Okay, the SSIS tool is a graphical tool, so using which you can create and maintain integration service packages. Now we will take a look at what you are going to learn in today's session and in the upcoming session. So what is SSIS? We will start with this and then we will move ahead and understand why SSIS and what is package, and followed by this we will take a look at how we can create a simple extract and load tasks. So as part of this exercise, we will see the extract and load task. We will take a look at how we can load the data from flat file to the target, source flat file to the target flat file, and source flat file to the OLEB database, and the source is SQL source to database, how we can load the data. We'll take a look at this. And then we will perform the basic data transformations, one-to-one loading, and then the basic simple data transformation. We do it, if possible, in today's session itself. First of all, what is SSIS? What is SSIS? SSIS stands for SQL Server Integration Service. It is Microsoft product, and using which you can perform a wide range of integration, transformation, or the ETL task. So this is a typical ETL block diagram. If you see here, you have the source system available here. So here is the source system data sets. Let's assume that for the sake of learning, in this source system, only two files are available. One is database and CSV file. This is your OLTP system. For example, it's a ticket booking system or e-commerce system. The customers, they raise the orders and they cancel the order later point in time. All the data related to your e-commerce website will get stored in this database. And apart from this, some vendors' data are available in the CSV files. So you need to you need to create some reports or dashboards. In order to do that, you need to have the data from this source system. So this is the origin where we take the data, and then what we do is we do the cleaning in a temporary place called staging area. This staging area could be database or it could be a flat file or so. Okay. So traditionally what we do is we extract the data simply or pull the data from the source systems, all the tables and columns that are required for analysis or reports. You pull this from the source systems and then we simply load it into the temporary area called staging area. It could be a database or it could be a flat file system or it could be Azure Data Lake. Okay, this is central point of this is a central point. This is where you keep all the source system data temporarily here. Okay, because we don't want to do any data transformation on top of this source system data set itself. It will cause severe performance issues. Hence, simply take all the tables and columns that are relevant for creating your reports or dashboards or any ad hoc analytics. You simply pull those data and then put it in your staging area. So this is where the actual data transformation is happening, the staging area. Because staging area is temporary area, it is nowhere related to your source system. It's an isolated area. This is where you perform all kind of data transformations. Even if you perform any complex data transformation here, that will not have any impact on your source system data sources or databases. Once you do the data transformation, the cleaning and pre-processing the data, the next step is you load that cleaned data or pre-processed data in your downstream data warehouse, enterprise data warehouse. The data warehouse will consist of huge volume of data because we store all the historical data in the data warehouse. The data retention period could be anywhere between 5 to 15 to 20 years. Okay. So the source system, we extract, pull the data, pull the tables or data, and then we push it into the staging area. This is where we do the all, the actual cleaning, data transformation, everything. Once you pre-process the data, if the data is readily available for consumption, then what we do is we load it into data warehouse. But here, the SSIS, tools like SSIS can be used to perform the ETL task. E stands for extraction, T stands for transformation, L stands for loading. The E is happening between E and L. So we simply pull the data and then load it into your staging area. And then here we perform the transformation. The T part comes here. Once you transform the data in the required format, next you will be loading the data. Between staging to data warehouse, only loading will be happening most of the cases. Between source to the staging area, extraction and loading task will be carried out. So we use the ETL tools. Not only we, the enterprises, most of the enterprises, they use ETL tools like SSIS, Informatica, Data Stage, and so on. In this session, we will take a look at what is, so we will limit our scope with SSIS. Okay, so to net, we use SSIS to perform the extraction, transform, and loading tasks. Next, why SSIS? Why can't be other tools? And what we can do with SSIS? With SSIS, as I said earlier, we perform extraction, loading, data transformation, everything you can do it. And importantly, you can match the data from various sources. For example, your data is available in the database or CSV file or XML file or Excel file, you be it any source system. We extract the data from various sources and then we load the data into staging area and we do the transformation. And the data loading, you can schedule it or automate it using SSIS tool. And importantly, we can load millions and millions of records from one source to another in just few minutes. And also, using the SSIS tool, we can identify and capture and process the changed data alone from the source system. Okay, you can perform one-off loading, data loading, and also you can perform incremental data load using SSIS very effectively. And also it offers the robust error and event handling features. Because of these also, SSIS gained a lot of popularity. Next one is the components of SSI architecture, the control flow. This is the one of the important component. It is the brain of SSIS, using which we can arrange the order of execution of the task. So this is basically the starting point. Okay, this is the starting point, and this is where we proceed with creating the other tasks. So as I said, the control flow in SQL Server integration service, this is the starting point at which we begin the package creation. So it is the design surface onto which the tasks are added. I just show you in a little while what exactly control flow task is all about. At this moment, you just understand at a high level what are the components are there as part of the SSI architecture. And the next one is the data flow task. It is the heart of SSIS. The control flow is the brain of SSIS package, whereas the data flow task, it is an art of your SSIS. So the SSIS data flow task, it helps us to move the data between sources and destination, and also it allows us to use to perform, transform, clean, and modify the data as it is moved. And the next one is the event handlers, using which we can send the messages or emails. For example, if any job fails, automatically we can this feature helps us to schedule an email. If any job fails, send an email to the group of people in your organization. so that they can take a quick action to fix that error. Okay, sending emails or messages, we do it using this event handlers. So it can provide, and also it provides the scope of variables and includes control friend optional data in it. And the next one is the package explorer. It offers a single view for all packages. Okay, and the next one is parameters. What are parameters? Parameters, basically we use it to pass the values via the parameters in run times to a package. The using the SSIS, the parameters makes a project much more flexible by eliminating the reliance on hard coding the values. Okay, you just remember, if you remember these components at this moment, that is more than sufficient. To summarize, using SSIS, you can perform ETL tasks. You can match the data from various data sources, and it is an in-memory pipeline. But it lacks support for alternative data integration styles. That is one of the, I would say that's one of the flip side of SSIS.